Hello, this is Chris of Target Test Prep. Today's video is an important one. Make sure to bookmark this. Why? Well, if you're studying for the GRE and you want to do better in the verbal section, I'm about to tell you the 10 most common GRE words that will appear on that section. These are words that the test has used over and over again throughout the years, that tried and true vocab words. And the thing is, many students don't know these words, or they think they know them, but they actually misunderstand what the definition is. And it's oftentimes for this reason that the test uses them, because they know that students misinterpret the meaning or simply don't know the meaning at all. So with that, let's dive into word number one, ambivalent. I'm going to say it slowly, ambivalent. The root ambi means both. The root valent, not that important, but it means strength or force. So something that's ambivalent, or someone who's feeling ambivalent, feels both feelings about something. What does that mean to feel both feelings? Well, imagine your hometown. Do you love everything about it? I mean, probably not. Do you hate everything about it? Probably not either. In general, our take on our hometown is one of mixed emotions. We both love certain things, like, oh my gosh, they have the best sushi joints downtown. And there's certain things that we don't like the traffic's only getting worse. So that captures the essence of ambivalence. It is a reaction that has mixed and oftentimes contradictory or opposing feelings. Perhaps the GRE is one of those things. Yeah, I'm totally ambivalent about the GRE. I mean, it's taking up so much of my time and it can be stressful, but I'm learning all of these cool words like ambivalent. Word number two, equivocal. A lot of people think that this word means equal to something or saying the same thing, right? Equivocal. They said equal things because equa means equal and vocal means saying. That is incorrect. And that is exactly why the GRE loves this word. Equivocal means vague, oftentimes intentionally vague or misleading. The politician's comment after the fiasco was highly equivocal. What does that mean? Well, the politician did not directly want to answer the question, so they were extremely vague about something. Well, I didn't happen to be in the general vicinity that night, sort of, when, oh, by the way, let's talk about this. That's equivocating, to use the verb form. So again, you're being vague, kind of intentionally so. And the word has two forms, equivocal adjective and to equivocate, the verb. Next word, ephemeral. Nice sounding word, but what the heck does it mean? A lot of people don't know. It means not lasting for a long time. Just like that, you now can pack that word into your mind, and hopefully it will not be there ephemerally. That means ephemeral will not just disappear right away. It will last for a very long time, or at least until you're done with the GRE. Now, where do we see this word? It oftentimes pops up when describing current trends, like, the ephemeral fashion trends of fall. It's so in with pastels, but you just wait till winter when we're going to have all of those dark hues. So again, anything that lasts for very little time is ephemeral. Hopefully this definition was short, quick, and ephemeral and effective. Next word, ameliorate. To ameliorate means to make better. It comes from the Latin melior. So if you know some Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, you'll notice that means better. So to ameliorate means to make something better, something that's bad. I oftentimes see the GRE using this in terms of economic conditions. So in order to ameliorate the economic downturn, the government decided to create such and such programs, etc. So the idea is you take something that's bad and you make it better. It doesn't mean to enhance, which is to take something that's already pretty good and make better, but again, to take something that's negative and to improve it. And if you're just starting off with GRE vocabulary and you've learned like 5 or 6 words, then this will definitely ameliorate that, because you've just learned 6 and hopefully all the words from here. They won't be ephemeral, so you can add 16 or whatever that number is. Next word, pragmatic. To be pragmatic means to be practical. And I just tell people, it's a fancy way of saying practical. So when you see pragmatic, think practical. Or another way of looking at it, what's a pragmatic way to learn pragmatic? Oh, by just substituting it out for the word practical. Next word, mitigate. So mitigate means to take something that is bad and make it less bad. We just a second ago had that word ameliorate, which means to take something bad, like, oh, the economy's not doing well, let's ameliorate it. Whereas mitigate means to take something that's bad and make it not quite so intense. So for instance, to mitigate the effects of a cold, people recommend chicken soup. The idea here is that chicken soup will take something that's bad and make it a little less bad. Now, the thing about the word mitigate, it sounds like itself a bad word, like, oh, mitigate, don't mitigate that. That's not good. But actually, to mitigate something is good because it's taking something that's bad and making it a little less so. Next up, ubiquitous. Such a cool sounding fancy word. Honestly, if you want to sound educated, you just say, oh, yes, I've noticed this trend, ephemeral or not these days, that coffee shops seem to be pretty ubiquitous in my hometown. Ubiquitous means what? Can you guess? Based on that context, it means everywhere. Something that is omnipresent or in all places. So just close your eyes or just walk out your door and think, what is ubiquitous in my hometown or the area that I live? I would say where I live, in addition to coffee shops, these days there have been a lot of Pokeball places popping up. Honestly, like 10 years ago, that was really fringe, and now it's like a go-to for many people. Ubiquitous Pokeballs. Next up, we have the word esoteric. Fun word. What does it mean? It describes anything that only a few people know about, so select knowledge. For instance, do you know something about 15th century oil painting in the Netherlands? I don't. In fact, most people don't. But of course, there are those who have that esoteric knowledge. Now, esoteric itself is a word that most people don't really know. But if you are a GRE aspirant, as I think you probably are, then you are part of this little esoteric cult that knows words like esoteric. The next word is erudite. And speaking of knowing esoteric things like vocabulary words on the GRE or oil paintings from the Renaissance, all of those are earmarks of somebody who would be erudite. So our next word, erudite, means scholarly and learned. So an erudite person might know those things. They might in general know about a lot of scholarly subjects. So if they get up on Jeopardy, the game show where you answer questions about trivia, and they see the history question, history for 2000, they will bet it all because they probably will know the answer. Our final word, it's kind of a mouthful to say. It is corroborate. So you notice those two R's. It's not Spanish, so don't roll them. Corroborate. It's simply corroborate. What does this word mean? Well, first off, what it doesn't mean is collaborate. It sounds awfully a lot like that word, but it's an R instead of an L. So collaborating is working together. Corroborate actually has nothing to do with that. It means to provide support or evidence for something. A great context for this word is the courtroom. So if there's an eyewitness and they have testimony, and that testimony supports what, let's say, what the defendant, the person on the stand, was saying, then that eyewitness testimony would corroborate that person's story. We oftentimes see this in context with DNA or science. Like, so there was something that happened and we didn't know what it was or what the result was, and then we find the DNA evidence and we say, this actually did happen because the DNA corroborates what the person was saying, or maybe doesn't corroborate. But again, a lot of the times I see this word, it pops up in the courtroom. On the GRE, you'll probably see similar contexts around this word as well. And if you do see it, well, don't tell me because you actually can't report what you can see, but in your mind, you can say, I just corroborated that this word list contains the top 10 most likely words that you will see on the GRE. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel because we have other great videos like this that can really help you out learning vocabulary words or just really learning about the GRE to set yourself up for success. I'm Chris of Target Test Prep, and I will see you next time.